Hi, my name is Johanna Lundberg. I'm the body connection coach. I help people lose weight by listening to their bodies. And that sounds simple, maybe too simplistic for some of you, but it really works. We do have some obstacles that we have to work around, and I'd like to talk about a couple of those today and give you a tool to help you overcome those things. So one of the things that kind of gets in our way of really listening to our bodies is the processed food around us. So anywhere you go, basically, there are opportunities to buy and eat food that is purposely designed to be addicting is a strong word. And I totally think that there's a place for fun food. So I'm not telling you never to eat sugar or Doritos or whatever your favorite fun foods are. But if that's what we're eating mostly, it's hard to know when our bodies are truly hungry or whether they're just seeking the dopamine hit of that processed food. And it's harder to know if we're eating a lot of processed foods when our bodies are done eating. Like our brain wants to keep eating and eating and eating more of those processed foods. So that's one thing to think about, how much of your plate or your food in a day is consisting of processed food. And so try to veer more away from that and use more of I call it a food budget, use more of your food budget on fruits and vegetables and whole grains and things that'll help your body feel good and will be easier to tune into your body and listen to whether it's hungry or not. The second thing, and that's the thing that I want to focus more on today, is that we live in a crazy world. I don't know anyone who's not busy and stressed at times and overwhelmed by all of the things going on in life. And for me, at least, as I, in years past, had difficulty not reaching for food during those stressful times. I would eat emotionally. I remember one time I look back at little Johanna a few years ago, thinking about how I was just lonely and I didn't know why I was reaching for food, but I was like sitting in a chair by myself eating potato chips and crying. And that is something that is normal for lots of us, to reach for food when we're experiencing those big emotions. So loneliness, boredom, frustration, anger, overwhelm, like stress, those are all things that we tend to turn to food for instead of listening to our bodies about whether they're hungry or full. So our brains want us to do the easy thing. They want us to do the thing that will give the instant gratification. And so that's kind of why some of us have gotten into habits of eating the processed foods or using the food to drown out or numb or push away our emotions. But we always have a choice, right? Like I've been in situations where I've eaten the things and felt more than my body wanted. And I've been in situations where it didn't matter what was in front of me because I was in a peaceful place. I didn't need the donuts or the chips or whatever else everyone else was eating or other people were eating. I could make a decision that was in line with what my body wanted. And that's what I would like to teach you today, is a little tool to help you make that pause and make an intentional choice about what your body wants. Okay, and I call this the APPLE tool, or the APPLE acronym. I taught school for a long time, 16 years, until I had a little marker in hand. And I love acronyms. I do a lot of reading, but this has been something that's just a simple thought that helps me tune into my body and become aware of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So the first thing to think about is just to give yourself a pause between seeing the chips and reaching for the chips and putting them in your mouth, right? A lot of times if we've become habitually emotional eaters, as I have been, we reach for the food as soon as it's there, like it's FOMO eating or stress eating, or it's a party, I must eat eating, whatever you want to call it. There's lots of variations of that. But when we're eating when we're not hungry, we want to become aware of our reasons for doing it and kind of give ourselves a little pause to think about what we really want and make a decision in line with what's best for you. And fun food is okay. It's okay. So this acronym is called the APPLE acronym. As I said, A stands for awareness. And so you just want to use this acronym to kind of think about, to come back to yourself, to come back to what you really want. So when I'm in the awareness step, if I'm reaching for food, I just kind of ask myself, okay, am I hungry? Am I experiencing brain hunger, where it's just my brain that wants a dopamine hit or some relief from an emotion? Or is it physical hunger, like my body needs to eat or is ready for food? So asking yourselves questions like, am I hungry? Why am I wanting to eat right now is really helpful. The next one is present. So becoming present with your body. I love to put my hand on my chest and take a few deep breaths and just kind of tune in to what my body wants. And that will help increase your awareness as well. The next one is we always want to eat from a peaceful place. I can't tell you how many times I have eaten something that my body didn't want, or I wasn't ready for food because I wasn't in a peaceful place. So if you can just check in, and I like to say, am I aware of what I'm doing? Am I present right now? Am I in a peaceful place? Am I at peace? So if you're not at peace, do something that helps you become peaceful. I love prayer. I love walking outside. I love taking a few deep breaths. Those things bring me peace. So think about something that brings you peace on this step, and get to a peaceful place if you're not already. Okay. And then the next one is listen. So if we tune in and listen, again, this goes back to the awareness. Our body's hungry. Are they ready for food? What kind of food is my body ready for if it is ready for hunger? Ready for food. So just listening and tuning in. If you're listening, this will also help with knowing when you're done. So if you are listening and you start eating when you're hungry, that makes it easier to stop when you're full or when you're satisfied. Okay, so listening all along the way. And the final one is to engage your senses. This one is another part of the present piece of the puzzle. If you are engaging in emotional eating, chances are you are kind of rushed and you're not paying attention to what you're eating. Sorry, can't see the engage your senses. It's there. If you're engaging your senses, you're like smelling the food that you're eating, you're really tasting and savoring it. You're giving yourself a chance to actually experience the food. And that is another little hint to help you become aware of what you're doing and why. Okay. So I am all about you eating when you're hungry. That's exactly what your body wants to do. But I hope that these little steps will help you give yourself a chance to pause and think about what your body wants. Are you aware of why you're choosing to eat or why you want to eat? Are you present in your body? Are you peaceful? Or are you stressed? You need to do something to take care of that and to get to a peaceful place. Are you listening to your body when it wants to start eating, when it wants to be done eating? And are you engaging your senses as you are through this process? Are you enjoying your food or savoring it, slowing down, and really engaging your sense of taste and smell and all the things to really enjoy the process? Okay, I hope this Apple acronym was helpful for you, and I'll see you soon. If you would like, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out on Instagram. I'll link that, or comment here, and I'd love to talk to you about how things are going for your body connection. Thanks.